Hey everybody, my name is Mr. Beckers and I'm in the Innovation Center, which is part of the IMC. It's where people come to get some tech help or to get their Chromebook repaired, etc. Today I'm going to walk you through step by step on how to add a Google slide that's your very own, where you can add an image of what you're cooking in your kitchen, add a description, add some audio or maybe even some video. And then there's one last layer, a component that I want to show you, and that is using comments to be able to push and praise people with some comments along the way. So just again, step by step, I'm sure a lot of you are already familiar with a lot of the features within slides, but I'm just going to show you within slide. If you'll just click on new slide, and you're going to get very similar layout. You can change the layout a little bit. I like to kind of go plain a little bit, or another idea is just to right click on somebody else's slide, duplicate it, and then come back and make it your own. Okay, so if I were another student, if I were named Amber Nelson and I'm giving a rich description by adding text, and I'm going to delete that image, and then I just want to create my very own image. So I already have one saved. I'm going to click on this little picture image, insert from the computer. You could pull directly from Drive. I'm going to pull from my screenshots. I happen to grab a screenshot off of an Instagram feed of mine. So there's a picture of the salad that I want to add, and I'll just click on Open to be able to add that. I'll give my description. I'm obviously going to name it something differently. So what you could do is just, I'm going to call this, it has a name. So now I have my text. Here I've got the student name, for example, and then you can also add audio, and I want to show you how to add audio. You could, what a lot of people prefer to do is record from their phone, bring the file up into Drive, and then embed it as a part of the presentation. I'm going to show you a way to do that within a Chromebook. There is an extension for Chromebook called Simple Audio Recorder. You can just Google that and you'll get to this site. The added feature to this is it's already built into Chrome, so you can just record from any Chromebook that has a mic. You'll notice that when I just click into it after I've installed that extension, anytime I click on it, you'll see it turns to red and it will start to count. So now what I can do is I can just start describing. This is one of my favorite salads for summer. It's light, it's fresh, it's fulfilling. And it's got sliced apples. Don't do the apples right away. Don't do it too far in advance. You want to do the apples within 15 minutes of serving. The kiwi you could do in advance, all over greens. You could do this with Italian dressing. You could make your own vinaigrette. Vinaigrette is easy to make. It's cheap to make. And it's a crowd pleaser, that's for sure. So now that I'm done recording, you'll notice that it counts me here. I've got 30 some seconds. And then you'll notice here in my downloads that file is waiting for me. So what I have to do is I have to go to Drive. So I'm going to go to Google Drive and I'm going to pull my audio from downloads into my Google Drive. Now you can go into a specific folder. I happen to be working in a folder called CT's FACS Google Slides. Again, if you had a specific class that you were doing this for, you want to click on New, and you're going to go grab that file by clicking on File Upload, and we're going to pull it from Downloads. So that file is in Downloads. It is called Recording 2020-10, and I want to make sure that I'm grabbing the right one from 2:36, and that's the correct time. I'm going to click Open, and I'm actually going to rename this. I can right click on it, Control click is another way to do that. I'm just going to rename it, just so I have a good record of what it is. So I'm just going to call it salad. So now that file is now called salad. Now when I go pull the audio in, I know exactly which one I'm headed to. So I'm going to go ahead and insert audio. And that's going to be from Drive. And it looks like salad.wave is the most recent one. I'm going to select it once, click select, and you're going to notice then that the audio has been added. It looks like 36 seconds. We'll test the audio. I click on it, you'll see it turns to red and it will start to count. So now what I can do is I can just start describing. This is one of my favorite salads for summer. So now that is waiting for people when they go through and review other people's work. They can listen to your description of that salad. If, for example, you have your own, YouTube channel and you want to include a video that you walked people through, or maybe a video that you created on your phone and then have it into Drive, you can do that by clicking on Insert and then Video, and then decide, is that a YouTube clip, is it from Drive, and then you can decide to click through it that way. And you could add rich media that way too. The last piece I want to show you is the comments feature. So if I'm Amber and I want to comment on Sandra's orange ricotta pancakes, I can highlight the word peaches because that's what I want to comment on. And I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to want to go down to Comment, and this is where I want to comment. And I want to add maybe praise, push feedback. Praise here. This dish looks amazing and fresh. It would be ideal for breakfast. Push. Maybe a one way to kind of invite her to think about something different would be, have you thought of other toppings for the pancakes? Could blueberries work? Question mark. Other ideas? Now you have this ability to add those comments, and now you can comment on each other's work. And you'll see your name here listed in the comments, so that when I go to show the other parts of the presentation, for example, when I'm back in edit view, not in presentational view, you'll notice here that when I click into peaches, it shows that comment that's waiting. So that's one way to think about this too, to be able to add these comments. You'll notice that peaches, for example, is highlighted. Stop in if you have any questions. I'll be checking in with your teacher, Mrs. Fallon, and we can kind of walk you through some extra steps to be able to see what do you guys, what is everybody cooking? Because I'm interested to find out what everyone's cooking. Thanks, everybody.